Hello! A pleasure to meet you fine chaps. It is I, Penny Pennington III, Esquire. I will be taking the place of Zeke tonight, as I don't know where the fuck he is. That guy is a real fuck-up. How are you all doing?
Already. Fantastic. I'm
You know
so
what,
glad Zeke isn't here.
I was doing good, but now I'm even better. Let's do this.
Even better.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm feeling good. I like looking at this cute little penguin.
It's a new year, it's a new time for a new leader for this shit show of a show.
So, but I think you need to tell us why your foot is in your ass.
That's not my problem. That's the other guy's problem. Have you
No,
seen him
no,
try
no.
to dance? It's amazing that it hasn't gotten stuck there before.
Mr. Pennington, are you wearing a vest right now?
Why, yes,
The
I am.
vest.
I always wear this vest. This is my vest.
From the
That
previous
son of a bitch
episode.
stole it from me. And claimed it as his own. Let the record show that I am an honorable man, and am willing to loan out my vest.
Did he steal it though? I feel
Yeah,
like he
I thought
might
he
have stole it.
Yes, but I was okay with it, because he did look rather strapping and dashing in it.
So you're saying if he just asked you, you would give it to him no problem?
Hell no, it's my vest!
Then why are you complimenting him in the vest then? If
And why did
if
he
that's
stick
your
his foot up his
vest.
own
Look,
ass?
if a man looks good, a man looks good. I can't argue that, okay?
He
All right,
have
fair
a
point. Yeah.
100% fair point. But you're getting a little hostile, Mr. Pennington.
I would never. I haven't been hostile since the war.
Which war is this?
That was a buried
Oh,
ass. That's blood.
Why, the North Pole versus the Indian Ocean, of course.
Who won?
Those stupid fucking walruses tried to take our land. And we gave them the what for, I tell you.
The what for?
Yes, we had the patented seal cannons.
Now, do these launch seals or are they operated by seals?
Well, both, in fact. The seal operates it and inserts itself into the
Oh.
cannon. And then it has a boomerang effect, so it comes right back.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So
I was gonna
unlimited
say-
ammo.
I totally have that picture in my head, and it's
That's-
beautiful.
This is pretty good. Yeah. What's up here is
We
is
also
pretty
have
nice.
samurai-trained polar bears.
Oh,
You know when you go to the zoo and you see the polar bear dance? Imagine that, but with a katana.
That would be pretty terrifying, especially
It is
if it's
badass,
wielding.
terrifying, and hilarious.
so you have polar bear samurais. Do you have any ninja warriors types up there?
Why, we did have the sea otters.
The sea otter ninjas?
What
Oh,
did
I
you
love
say- What
otters.
did you say your name was again?
Why, it's Penny Pennington III, Esquire.
Okay,
Ah.
well,
Eh.
We're amongst
how many-
royalty.
how many pull-ups can you do?
How many pull-ups can I do? How many pull-ups can you do, Twigman?
About 3.5.
You think you're better than me because you're literally 17 times my height? I have a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'll break you in half, you little piece of shit. Don't ever question
Oh.
my push-up or pull-up skills ever again.
Penny,
Really?
Question for
Well,
you.
Yes.
Is
sorry,
Penny
I got
short
rather
or
angry.
anything?
Why, yes, it is in fact short for
You
something.
seem to have a knack for that.
Hey! Well, I will say that was rather good. But also, fuck you.
Such a gentleman.
Yes.
How did you come to meet Zeke? What's the backstory behind that?
Why, I was hanging out at the local fair in Tulip Time in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I saw this man somehow win the rigged ass carnival game, and I decided this man must be my new companion. And
Were
then
you
we shared
a-
stories from the war, of course.
I was gonna say, were you a downtrodden war veteran just trying to get through the PTSD?
Yes, I was just trying to enjoy some funnel cake.
What side was Zeke on? In the war.
Oh.
Were you guys on opposing sides? Or were you guys on the same side?
Why, of course, he started out with the walruses because he was in the ocean. You know, he has that fishing business. But then he saw penguins, and apparently he has a raging boner for penguins, so of course he converted.
Okay, so he joined the side that was against the Penguins full throttle and then decided as soon as he saw one to switch sides. Wouldn't you think that he wouldn't have
I
joined
don't
the other
think he
side to
knew what
begin
was
with?
going on. I think he saw some kind of kerfuffle and decided that it looked fun. That guy's not
Okay.
very bright. He just kind of wanders into adventures and lets the winds carry them where they may.
Also, did you and your squad not have any fear of the fact that he came to you with the Major Rager?
Have you seen his eyes?
You were dazzled. I get it. You were dazzled by the eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of dazzled by your eyes.
Well,
I was
think-
gonna say your eyes are so just I don't know, they have that Christmas glitter to them right now.
Yeah.
So-
why, thank
so
you. I
big.
appreciate that. In my older age, I very much appreciate that.
How old are you, would you say?
732.
Mm.
Okay.
So how long ago was this war?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago? Or 2 weeks
2
in
weeks
length?
ago, or yeah.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been 20 years ago. I'm not entirely sure. In fact, it might have
Oh.
happened yesterday.
Okay.
Let
so-
me
Well, this is
consult.
the
Let me
first time I've
consult.
heard
Let me
about this.
consult my companion. Hey! Hey! Yeah, dresser, I'm talking to you. The dresser is not responding. It appears to be made mostly of wood and not mouths.
Not mouth. Something fluffy just popped in.
yeah,
I see
the hair-
something down there.
There's something the fluffy was kind of breaking my immersion.
I don't mind that. That's just my bush.
It's quite the
okay.
bush.
That's quite
When's the
bush
last time you
out there.
trimmed that bush?
I was gonna say that would give
I
the
have
whole
no fucking
70s
thumb.
bush.
Yeah, he was definitely 700 years old with that gray
If one of
bush.
you wants to come
That's
over
into
here.
our sponsor, Manscaped. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yes, Manscaped. They also joined the war.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Was
What side were they on?
Why, of course, they were sided with the polar bears.
was
Oh.
Raid Shadow Legends there too?
Oh yes, always. You can use our promo code Eat Shit Walruses to gain
Yeah, so
5
appropriate.
hero summons.
Hero summons. Okay,
I like that. Who doesn't
Thanks,
like hero
Raid
summons?
Shadow Legends.
for sponsoring this podcast.
Yes.
So glad we got paid $5,000 for that. Woo!
You guys got paid.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
This
we
is
did.
bullshit.
I mean, you're not
Your-
part of the podcast, dude. You're a
your
special
chum's
guest.
coming. We got you, chum. Don't worry about it. You'll get paid.
And some nice fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they eat chum?
I
I'm
just-
thinking
yeah.
of dolphins.
It just occurred
No,
to me.
chum is sharks.
We can
Oh,
give you
okay.
some fresh
Yeah.
wild caught salmon.
Mm.
I forgot to move the mouse cursor off of the window, and you can see all of the Discord buttons over the window.
Can you?
But now I have fixed it. I'm rather new to this. I apologize for that, but I'm sure
mean,
the
you
viewers
are-
won't mind.
734 years old, so it is impressive that you're so good. with the
732.
computer.
Don't you add 2 years to me?
Oh, sorry.
You're very tech savvy for an old penguin.
And for a penguin.
I mean, I'm honestly surprised you don't have Alzheimer's.
All's who now? All's this dick in your mouth. Got him. Penguin dab.
That really should not be fucking funny. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But that's what
Oh,
makes it
God.
so
I'd
good.
love to see a penguin dab with the flipper arms. You know, very, very small. arms.
No, what I'm thinking of is this whole thing. I just want an animator to animate this whole thing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I tried to dab, but for some reason it's like someone's leg is behind their head and trying to figure out where their arms are and move my flippers. But they can't quite do it and are also probably going to fall over at some point, and there might be a loud crash.
That's
There was
okay.
It's
You know
all right.
what?
There's been crashes from time to time.
You probably couldn't
happens.
dab anyways because your arms are too stubby and short. Let's be honest. You know, gotta be honest with yourself at 732 years old.
These
I mean,
fu-
I
Things get shorter.
why do you
could-
guys keep these young people around? They're all jackasses.
we're all young compared to your age. I mean, so
Now that's just uncalled for. I thought we were on the same team.
do you know Chili
No.
Willy by chance?
Why, of course I know Chili Willy. We grew up together.
Where does he get his beanies from? I'm looking for another one.
I'd have to ask him. Let me call him real quick on my cellular device.
He has a cell phone. I like it.
Wow. Oh man, your bush is showing again.
Put that bush away.
God damn it!
This
can
is
you
a
keep it
family
down?
show.
Can you guys shut up about the phone? Yes, hello, Chili Willy. A Pizza Hut? What do you mean? Oh, why, yes, of course I would love... What the hell is a pepperoni? That sounds absolutely delectable. Yes. What? Where do
Another
I live?
funeral.
Where do you live? Fuck you.
You're definitely not getting that pizza now, dude.
What?
I don't think he knows what a pizza is.
Well, yeah, he was so
You want a
shocked to
pizza
hear what
D's
pepperoni-
nuts?
Oh my god.
Oh,
damn it, here we
Got him
go
again. I'm unstoppable. You're next. You're next. You're next, Walter White.
He's a fan. He listens. I like it.
Of course I'm
Yeah.
a fan. I live in this room.
Look at this, our first guest.
So how many years have you lived in that room?
4.
4.
Would-
Okay. And so Chili Willy or Willy Chili, whatever it is. But do you know Flip Yap?
Is that one of them rappers?
No.
That's exactly what I thought too.
My
Me
favorite
and Ch-
rapper
me
is
and-
Tupac.
Do you like it? The
Also
Tupac?
fought in the Penguin War.
Wow.
What
there's
about
a lot of people in this
Ice-T?
war.
I do occasionally partake in drinking iced tea.
No, Ice-T, the rapper.
Oh yes, that guy. I remember hearing his voice in the Call of Duty.
I
Yes,
think that's Ice
yes.
Cube, but
I was just gonna.
Oh.
Well, there's also Ice Cube as well,
there is Cube for
dear,
sure.
I can't believe I've done this.
you
Oh,
get your
dear, oh,
ices
my.
backwards, right?
and
Yeah,
we
I'm
can't
old. I'm
forget.
old. You can't say anything.
And we can't forget Vanilla Ice, who knows the secret of the ooze.
Oh yes, of course.
Go
Who can
ninja,
forget
go
Vanilla
ninja,
Ice?
go.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what the Otter Ninjas listen to on the way out. That's the battle song.
Oh, I could talk about the Ninja Turtle movies all day.
Oh baby, I was a big fan.
All right.
Big fan as a kid.
Oh, I love them.
hmm
I love them all, but I understand the third one is pretty bad.
I'd like to rewatch it to kind of get the idea why, but it was such a good one.
Mhm.
They're all good, but yes, number 3 lacks the most.
I think the first one's my favorite by far.
Number 1's good for sure. But biggest fan of the ooze, bro.
Yeah.
Super the ooze.
How did I do this so easily the first time? It's so difficult now.
Are you making another phone call? Who are you calling?
I thought we were podcasting.
I'm
not on
calling
the
your
phone.
mother. Haha! Got him again.
Where's the penguin dab?
I can't,
Yeah, you
I-
did forget
I,
that.
I can't. It's difficult. Hold on. Let me put the phone
You
down.
didn't get him if you didn't penguin dab.
Ugh.
My immersion is completely broken.
Oh, this is so good. Multiple awards with this episode alone.
Oh,
I think so. Here, our first BAFTA.
All right, gentlemen. I think I will leave you to it unless you have any more questions.
Fuck you.
Have you ever seen Pebble and the Penguin?
Of course, I made that film.
No way. That was a big childhood favorite of mine.
I directed that back in the early 1500s.
He's a director now.
Wow, that's
Wow.
impressive.
A
That
war
animation
veteran
was even
and a
around
director.
back
I'm
then.
impressed that you got the
Yes,
recording
That was
from all the way
that
back
was
then to
secret
now.
penguin technology. You humans are so
Oh.
far behind us penguins.
Secret
Ah,
penguin.
ah.
Oh, okay.
You get a
Okay.
lot done when you slide around on your stomach.
One more question.
Is that so?
Quick
Yeah, you're telling
question.
me if I want to be productive, I just need to work my core.
Yes, exactly.
That's how you get
It's all
abs,
in the
bro.
core.
We think.
All right,
Sure.
Mr. Mexican
It's
Buffet.
all-
Yes, what is your question?
Well, thank you, Miss Kid Buffet from the Daily Buffet asking question. Would you? Whoa, we lost someone. Would you say you're a guest in the house or held captive, such as a prisoner?
Or are you paying rent?
I just live here. He's very nice. He gives me food sometimes. Sometimes he says he's going to give me food and then he just eats it in front of me.
And leaves you the crumbs.
Yes.
That seems like a sad existence.
I mean, it's good. It's
See the
good
sadness
company.
in the Penny's eyes, bro.
What,
Yeah,
you
I
think
mean, you can see the fan swirling in his eye.
You think I'm sad?
I think that's God.
So you can do it like that commercial. Only 25 cents a day will help me eat for the rest of my life.
yeah. Yeah.
I can
at
eat
that.
more
Now.
than just Zeke's
Look.
crumbs.
Hold on. I can sing you a song to show you I'm happy.
Happy
Here's
feet.
a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy.
He's cutting
Don't
out a little
worry.
bit.
Be happy now.
Okay.
Whoop.
Just cuts out.
Penguins aren't very good at whistling or doing the whoos.
No, we don't excel at that. We're not owls. We're penguins.
So what sounds do penguins make?
That is one of the great mysteries of the universe.
Are they like Pokemon? They just say penguin.
I speak.
It's interesting.
I speak
As well
words.
as-
What
A
words?
penguin that knows the English. That's incredible as well.
Do you even
we
know
not,
It
what you
is.
speak?
we think about that, right?
I rap.
You rap.
Penguins speak and rap.
Okay. Give
How
me,
fast do you rap?
Give
I
me
know
some
this is
bars,
very
bro.
slowly. I'm fucking old.
Give me some bars.
My name is Penny, and I drink all the Henny. I get all the bitches, and I'll put you in stitches. Don't talk shit, you're gonna get hit. Dab.
Okay.
That's his exclamation point, the dab.
All
Okay. You okay, Brian? What are we doing?
I don't know, but
Your laughter is making me laugh, and I'm about to fall over and die. Please stop.
oh, Mr. Pennington, I don't want you to die.
Thank
Do
you.
not die.
I appreciate
I
that.
want him to die. I don't like his attitude. Look
Hey,
at him.
Oh,
Look at his eyes.
controversy.
Look at him. He's all pink and shit. Look at
You
him.
wish you were pink. Whitey.
I actually have this shirt on, and that makes me half pink, bro.
You might be
Alright.
3 times the size of me, but I'll 720 dunk on your ass on the court.
Ooh.
Ooh, I want to
Alright.
watch this.
All right.
Penny's probably got hops.
Major hot.
I'm in the first ever and one mixtape.
Well, I mean, you also do have Alzheimer's, so I think it's an even fight.
And he has TV credit because and one was on ESPN.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Indeed. Is that a kitty?
We
Oh,
also
that-
have another special guest. This is Callie.
Hello,
hello.
hello, kitty. Would you like to join my tribe?
How many
Can't-
people are in your
can't
tribe?
Poach. You can't poach members, dude.
Oh, I apologize. I see you are already a member of the Walter White household.
Yeah.
He sure
that
is
kid
looking-
would whoop your ass.
It probably would. I'm old. That cat is young and agile,
Some bushes sticking out again.
which is why I tried to son of a bitch. Which is why I tried to
Son
recruit
of a
it.
bitch.
My neck hurts. I don't even have a neck, but it hurts. Do I have a neck?
it's your
I
back.
forget if I have a neck.
How do we get out of this bit?
I tried to leave earlier, and then you guys kept asking questions.
Okay, no more questions. You
Well,
may.
It's just such a fascinating thing, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, the war. You know, I really
Yes.
enjoy the stories from
We-
the war.
We have been chatting for quite a while. Perhaps in a future episode, I will talk with you blokes again. But for
Perhaps.
now,
I would be
it's
okay
been a
with
good-
that.
It's been a good
That-
conversation. I hope you all have a fantastic night. And I think
Oh.
that guy, let me call that one guy.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Fuck.
Can you do me one favor before you leave? One favor before you leave.
Yes. Hold on, I need
Alright.
to make a phone call.
All right.
How did I do this the first time? What?
Die in a fire.
Fuck you. How did I do this the first time? It was so simple.
I don't know.
Well,
Oh, I
You
figured
held it up with
out.
your bush.
you
Oh,
must
there
have
we go.
forgotten with
yes.
the fact you have
Oh, fuck.
Alzheimer's and all.
Hello, Zeke. Yes, get back. There's a racist white guy, and I need you to take care of this. I have no thumbs. Fuck. Man down.
Man down. Oh man, it
I
sounds
must
like
go. Goodbye, my friends.
Goodbye.
That's great.
He went
Penny
back to his
Pennington
home
on his
planet.
way
All
out.
right. I have a question. I have a question.
sure.
Do you guys? I'm gonna wait for him to get back on camera here, but I have.
No, ask your question. What's up? What's on your mind? What's on your mind, little guy?
Little guy.
Oh,
Hey,
you
look at
guys-
that.
Sorry, I was
Have you
late.
guys ever
Sorry.
questioned what it might be like to be the Master Chief in that suit, all sweaty and dirty? And not only that, but what would you say that the Master Chief would lather up with in the shower? You know,
ooh.
Head and Shoulders.
what would he do? Head and
Old
Shoulders?
Spice.
Old
Our
Spice.
today's sponsor, Old Spice body
Old
spray.
Spice.
I'd like to think he likes to get, have a good time. So herbal essence, you've seen those commercials,
Herbal
Master
Essence?
Chief
Okay,
style.
okay.
Oh,
Maybe-
you know what?
yeah.
You guys are
Oh,
actually
yeah.
you guys are all wrong because
Aw.
he actually has his own formula in Dr. Squatch, today's sponsor.
Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch, the
Spartan
sponsor.
Scrub, look at
Spartan
that.
Scrub.
Look at that.
The
Spartan Scrub, man.
sponsor of today's episode, which is episode
Spartan
4, the
Scrub.
New Year's Eve special. Welcome to the Bants episode 4.
Welcome,
Oh,
everyone. Welcome.
hello. Welcome, loyal listeners.
Oh, we're getting started now. All that was nothing earlier.
No,
Well-
that was all something. But just,
was
I,
more
need,
like-
I need to come back and actually like MC. You know, this guy does a great job,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he doesn't know how to actually host yet. He's still new.
It's all right. We all got to start somewhere.
Right? Yeah.
All right.
It was pretty fun though. Not too bad for first time.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy, you know.
First time podcaster.
He's a
He can
he's a
add
great
something
guy.
else to his resume.
Yeah. War veteran, what's it called? Carney,
Penguin.
He does it all. He's amazing.
Yeah.
720 dunks, and one mixtape tour.
He has a
Oh, look at
wicked
this in
sick
some
bush too.
Oh, yeah, very bushy.
Yeah, very bushy.
So,
I mean,
but you could get lost in that
when,
bush.
when you have 732 years to grow that thing out, I mean, it better be good, right? So,
This leads me into my music recommendation of the week because I was originally going to be like, because I'm like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Everyone on planet Earth has heard of Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'm like, but have the young people heard of the Red Hot Chili Peppers? And our daughter said yes, but she's also our daughter, so that's how you know.
Do you
she's,
think it's
she's raised well?
Do you think it's any other song but Snow?
I assume it's a whole. I got no.
Litany?
I can't think of a word. Yeah, like
So I know
I know
Red Hot
multiple
Chili Peppers,
songs.
but I do not know their whole discography. I know a few songs.
Okay.
I didn't even know they had a
then
song
we-
called
we,
Snow.
we get to double down on this music rack then. So Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then we'll throw out what else have I put in here? Oh, we can do OAR. So OAR, people have probably heard of them, but not known that it's them. If you look up Peace or Hey Girl or This Town, you've probably heard them. They're just great karaoke songs. Like if you just want to like be in the car and just belt out songs, there you go. OAR.
Very nice recommendation.
And I have the next thing I was interested in is Brian falling down a rabbit hole apparently.
What
So,
rabbit
yes.
hole is this?
I fell down quite the rabbit hole last night, actually. As a matter of fact, there's been a lot going on in personal life and stuff, and so I just needed to try and distract myself and just try and relax and have some fun. So I was kind of perusing Steam to see if I could find anything that was on sale since the winter sale is currently going on. Just something to play, just kind of turn my mind off. And I wasn't really finding anything. So then I pulled up my totally legal Super Nintendo and started playing some classic Super Nintendo games, like just some childhood memories to just try and get some happiness and stuff. So I started playing Batman Returns, which is an excellent game, by the way, probably one of the best Batman games ever. It's so much fun. And so then it clicked in my head because I started playing a little bit of Ninja Turtles as well, the Turtles in Time game. And so I was like, well, I recently dug this out, which is my fight stick, my Kanba drone. I love this thing. It's a little cheap, as you can hear by the buttons. It's not the most expensive fight stick around, but I love it. I've played so many games off of this. So it started clicking in my head. I'm like, you know what? I want to see if I can plug this thing in and play some arcade games. some classic, arcade cabinets. So I started perusing totally legal websites and everything, and managed to load up a actual arcade cabinet, which this is attached to. And so, so then I went down this huge rabbit hole of arcade games, and I started with probably my favorite one, which is the Simpsons arcade. If you guys ever played that one before,
that's a great one.
Yeah, and so it 100% worked. It was beautiful. It sounded wonderful.
Quick question.
Yes.
What character do you choose? Who you play in the game?
I always go with Homer.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, Homer.
What's his weapon?
His fist.
Oh,
his
fist?
fist.
Okay.
Yeah, he uses his fist. Marge has the vacuum.
Mhm.
And then Lisa has a slingshot. And then Bart has a skateboard.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was going through that, and it was so much fun because like the arcade cabinet I was playing on was free play. So, but it had a button on it where you could put coins in, and it would make the coin noise and everything. It was so much fun. And so then I started playing that, and then I played both the Ninja Turtles arcade games, which there's just Ninja Turtles, and then there's Turtles in Time. And the old Ninja Turtles one brought back so many memories for me because the city I grew up in had a Chuck E. Cheese. If our audience is familiar with that, or if you guys are,
Yes.
Charles Entertainment Cheese. But growing up, they had the Turtles cabinet on it, and I used to play on it all the time. Other kids would come up, pop a quarter in. We would barely say anything to each other, and we would just start playing Turtles together. So that was really fun to do that. Anthony, you had a question?
I was gonna say I didn't know that Chucky's first name was Charles.
Yeah, he just has with the full government of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. It's just his nickname,
The full government.
And
Now-
so, what's up?
Another question. Turtles, is it the Turtles arcade where it's like the burning building and you got the Foot Clan coming at you? Okay.
Yep.
I was thinking,
yep.
I was gonna say for some reason I feel like it's the first one that I played on like NES. I wonder if that was a port for the arcade where you're mostly
Yes.
in the sewer.
Yes, yeah, that is
Okay.
the port of it. They call it Ninja Turtles 2 Arcade, the arcade game, because it was really popular back in those days to just try and port over arcade games.
Mhm.
Of course, the tech wasn't quite there until we got to like the Super Nintendo, because it could handle it, but it still wasn't perfect. So yeah, it was fun going down these rabbit holes. I played the old X-Men arcade game, which is hilarious because the voice acting in it is so funny and everything. And so started playing that and just having so much fun playing on my arcade stick and everything, and just reliving those memories of playing beat 'em ups and everything. And then I was getting really tired, but then I had the crazy idea of, can I get light gun games to work on my arcade cabinet? So then I went down an even deeper rabbit hole of trying to get like Time Crisis to work, Carnival, House of the Dead, to see if I could get this to work. So then I spent another 2 hours, and it is early, like late evening at this point. And I'm sitting there trying to get all this stuff to work. I was heading down all these other rabbit holes of like, I found this whole community of people who have been trying to get these things to work. And because the light gun games in particular are very hard to get to work. And I barely only got one to work, which was Carnival, but that was the one I wanted to work anyway. So it worked out because Carnival is it's a light gun game, but the idea is you're at a haunted carnival. And so there's like clowns everywhere that you shoot and all that stuff. So I got it to kind of work, but so it's a work in progress. But yeah, I'm like super into arcade games now. So I'm trying to dig and stuff. So like I found this crazy, like Japan has all these crazy arcade games. So I've started going down that rabbit hole of like all these things I've never played or even heard of before. Like there's this one called Ninja Baseball Batman. And
What?
Yeah. So it's a baseball themed beat 'em up. And you play as walking baseball bats, and you fight like baseballs and mitts, and then there's cars out of nowhere. It's just
How did
crazy.
you fight with those
So
guys
yeah,
in the war?
So yeah, Ninja Baseball Batman and it's fun. It's really fun. And then final recommendation, and we can move on from this. The Aliens versus Predator arcade game is really fun.
That was fun,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a classic.
Yeah. And then another final recommendation is the Punisher arcade. The beat 'em up one with Punisher and Nick Fury as the playable characters. That game is a blast to play because I mean you're basically fighting drug dealers, and so it was a whole thing because I looked into it a little bit and they used it as an anti-drug thing for the early 90s to be like, oh, play this game and you fight the drug dealers. So like dudes are throwing needles at you and stuff and you're stabbing them and you're playing as the Punisher and like
Holy shit.
beating these dudes up. Oh, it's so much fun. So yeah, like I'm going down this deep arcade hole right now.
That's awesome. That's fucking
Do you have a light gun controller or how were you playing?
I was using my mouse.
Okay.
I was trying to get my mouse to work, and it's because of the tech on it is that it's hard to get it to register because obviously it's not a light. It's not doing the whole like light reflecting. So people have been trying to do special things to it to try and actually get it to work with an input on your mouse. But I was able to get it to work with a keyboard. But it was awkward because I could only use the arrow keys to move the reticule around, but it actually had a reticule on it. But I had to use the arrow keys to move. So like aim was always really off in the game. And those light gun games, like you have to have good aim or else you'll get hit constantly. Because I mean, most of these games are built to eat quarters.
Yeah.
And especially playing them now, like the X-Men one, like the bosses in that game take way too many hits. But you're just like, all right, I'll just keep pumping quarters into this, and hopefully I can just
money, dude.
Exactly. That was all it was designed to do. So
unless you grew up next to Galloping Ghost Arcade and all the machines were on free play, and you just walked in and paid $10.
Oh, see, I would have loved that. See, I never had something like that growing up. All my arcades were coin op.
Yeah, Galloping Ghost is the only arcade I know about that.
I want to stay on the topic of arcades, like because nowadays in the U.S. arcades are pretty much a ghost town if they're even around. Most of them
now they're
business.
Pretty much
Galloping Ghost is still insanely like busy all the time.
They do well still.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you literally show
really
up,
popular.
you pay $10. They have like 500 cabinets, and everything is on free play. So you just sit there and just play.
Yeah, the concept of or the crossover of arcades and bars, that's pretty good. It's a good way to
arcades are definitely
just like standalone and stuff like that. There's not too many of them anymore, and
they're a dying breed.
Like they are a dying breed, and I'd love to before they die in Japan because that's slowly happening over there. I'd love to visit one of their big like.
I want to go to
arcades.
those so bad.
COVID is smoking all the old Japanese arcades.
It is because I would hear so many stories of the Japanese arcades and how just everybody would go to the arcades, like young, old.
Yeah,
both gen. It didn't matter. Everybody went to the arcade. So like,
it's where you spent your lunches and stuff like that. If you had an hour, it's close enough. You go kill most of your time there.
The chain smoking Third Strike players.
Exactly.
They literally play with it. Like they struggle to play in American tournaments because they're not sitting there with a cigarette in their hand. They're like, how do I do motions without the cigarette in my hand? This is impossible.
I know. I'm sitting there pressing the button, and my cigarette hands are flying all over the place.
It was so sad. I read an article like a few months ago saying like one of the less popular ones, but it was still like a 5-story building they were shutting down in Japan. It was like
and I think that one reopened. I think I know what you're talking about. We'll need to save this for another episode, but I have a lot to talk about in regards to these arcades and like how hard they're trying to keep them alive and how awesome communities are.
Well, obviously I'm super into arcades right now, so
yeah.
So I'm totally down to talk about that too.
I do have a few things to add for the arcade topic. So one, the Quamba drone is great. Like it's cheap and it's a great stick to be like if you play fighting games or whatever and you want to try a stick, it's cheap and it works. It works really well. I know tons of people who got it. Two, there was a thing on Kickstarter.
I love this thing.
There was a Kickstarter for this light gun thing that's like you put something around your monitor and then it comes with a light gun and basically it makes it so like whatever this thing is like borders, so it makes it like the light gun screen, and then you can play
You
light gun
read your
games.
input.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out because
Yeah,
besides,
I forget what it's called, but it was on
Okay.
Kickstarter. And I know like I see like dudes like Maximilian dude has streamed with it and stuff, and it's like it's really sick because it's basically like this thing you put on around your monitor, and then it makes it like basically work like a light gun thing, and then you have the light guns, and yeah, it works. It actually works. It's like it's the technology is crazy.
okay, because yeah, whenever I would go into arcades, I would look for two type of games. I would look for three type of games. I would look for beat 'em ups, shooters, and then fighting games. Those would be the arcade cabinets I would look for, and of course Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's great.
Number
Like-
3.
Mhm.
Well, you go ahead, Anthony.
I was gonna say one of my favorite arcade games was actually made by Neo Geo when they had their 4-in-1 cabinet. It's called Combat Ninjas.
Ooh.
Right, the characters are so big on it, but like it was so
Yeah.
much fun.
I think Penny made that game.
Sounds like a game he would make.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
So you actually led me into what I was going to ask for number 3. What's everyone's favorite arcade games?
Oh, perfect.
So obviously mine is Simpsons. That's like my top arcade, and I hate it because I can't find a cabinet anywhere, except for the town I was in. Our one barcade in town was this shitty little arcade cabinet that wasn't even a Simpsons arcade cabinet originally. I think they repurposed it into Simpsons. Buttons barely worked, or it was a piece of crap.
Oh, yeah.
But it still ran The Simpsons, and I would constantly feed quarters into that. And like, it only one set of buttons worked on it, so I would always play on that. And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm playing Simpsons." So yeah, mine is Simpsons, and then obviously the Ninja Turtles arcade too.
Ninja Turtles arcade and Combat Ninjas. Pump money in those all day.
Nolan, did you get to like go to arcades as the Zoomer of the group?
A little bit. The only thing that I would really play, and it's because I was so young, that's the only thing I really knew how to play, was Asteroids. And
Okay.
Classic.
That was my thing. So I liked Asteroids.
Thanks for bringing up Asteroids, because like I can play. I'm not the best at it. I don't think far from it, but I can play like the longest game or get the most out of a quarter on Galaga.
Yeah.
Oh, I would play so much Galaga.
Galaga's so much fun.
You know what's
Galaga.
another really
I'll-
fun arcade game? The Deer Hunter games.
Yeah, those are
Oh, yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah, those are really fun.
So I have 3. Gradius. Gradius is kind of like Galaga.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons Shadow over Mystara, and Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which
Is that the one
not
that
counting
was-
fighting games, but because when I would go to Galloping Ghost and we would play like Third Strike and Guilty Gear and whatever, but then like towards later in the night it would be like just me and whoever would just be sitting there just playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy for hours and hours and hours. It was so much
Was that
fun.
the game that they made and put on the 64?
Yeah, Gauntlet Legends is on 64. Dark Legacy was on PS2.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think I remember playing that one on GameCube.
Yeah, it was on GameCube as well.
Yeah.
The Gauntlet
Nice.
games are fun though.
I just had a PS2, so that's what I know
Oh.
it as.
What just popped in my head, fucking, if you had a bunch of boys, if we weren't playing fighting games, it was fucking putting quarters into Blitz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
NFL
Blitz.
Blitz. Oh my
Blitz, yes.
god. NFL Blitz is the most
Oh my
fun.
god.
I love Blitz.
That game, so many games are popping up. Cruising World, like
Yeah.
Oh, the driving games? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Cruising USA. Oh, so much fun.
NBA Jam was always really fun.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
one too. Oh man,
So many
I was
classics.
not as popular, but I always liked it was Showtime, NBA Showtime, where it was more updated, like 97, 98.
Mhm.
But you had the cool like island basketball courts, and you play in different areas besides just a regular arena. That was cool.
Another one that was really good that I always played a lot it was based off a terrible movie, but the game was really fun, was the Terminator Salvation arcade game. The cabinets are gigantic.
With the
But-
gun,
Yeah.
The full like machine gun that you would have.
Yeah.
And the screen was like
That-
32 inches.
Mhm.
They were huge cabinets, but they were so cool.
talking about big cabinets made me think of the skateboard game one. I don't know the name.
Is that the one that you would actually ride? Like
yeah.
I don't know this one.
Oh, because there was also the motorcycle ones too, or like the wave race
Oh.
ones.
Top Skater.
Top Skater.
Top skater.
Yeah. I could put the picture of it in Discord so you guys get an idea.
Terminator Salvation. I played. I googled that one.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
But,
one.
I don't have a very good memory of it. I just
I'm
know
gonna put
that
in
I played it.
images. Oh my god.
I
Hold
know if we're putting our lovely audience in the mood for arcade games, I know Dave and Buster's has a great selection of arcades out there.
Or if you live near a round one is sick.
What's a round one?
So it's just like basically they just have a lot of Japanese arcade games. Somehow there's not one in Phoenix. There's one in New Mexico.
Oh yeah, let me just.
It's like New
Yeah,
Mexico.
well, hold
they're
on.
in Cali. There's one in Chicago.
Are we gonna do a? I will we should do a
round, trip?
vlog. A
there
vlog,
was-
yeah. We
yeah,
should
there
do a
was a-
vlog trip so I could
I
go play
remember
some Japanese games.
We played this game. It's called Gunslinger Stratos, and it is like the most fun game when it works. But that thing needs to be like kept up so well that it's always broken at every round
Hold
when we go
on.
to.
We don't even need to
Mhm.
look at the state, bro. There's one at the next major city in town.
Oh, they built one.
Yeah, they close at 2 a.m.
Oh shit, girl!
Oh,
It's
man.
only 2 hours away.
I saw
That's
this.
not bad.
2 hours. It's
I
better than New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a day trip right there, bro.
that's a day
Mhm.
trip.
Yeah.
Bring our quarters, our little bag of quarters.
No, round one is like you get like a card.
They're all cards these days.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, when I was a kid, my mom would literally hand me a bag of quarters because the mall in town had an arcade in it. And so she would go shopping and would basically leave me unattended at the arcade. And I loved her for it.
Yeah,
It was the best. Keep you occupied and then get to enjoy themselves.
And
I
they had a Simpsons in the corner, and that's what I would play all the time.
Perfect. Man, arcade, so much fun.
that's how. I remember being really young because I played fighting games like from a young age. So we would go to like a mall or something, and I would just be like sitting there playing like Tekken or whatever. Or there'd be like some dude who's like sitting there and thinks he's good, and then he gets his ass beat by this little like 10-year-old. And they get like I remember people would get so actually angry. That's how you end up in the trunk of a car.
Yeah. That was the
You
case. yeah, do elaborate on this.
No, that was just gonna be the transition into the tale of the trunk.
Oh,
But do we have
okay.
anything to add for the arcades?
I do have one thing. It has nothing to do with the arcade though.
That is a fucking big ass Twix.
Whoa.
I will eat that.
Whoa.
Whoa, I would
I'll-
eat that too.
I will eat
How
that
do I
right
get
now.
that in Kit Kat form?
Yeah.
Kit Kat even.
Unfortunately, it's not actually a giant Twix bar. It's
I'll eat it anyway.
a giant box full of Twix bars.
Oh,
Oh, that's
So
not
what-
as fun
what
as
if-
a
But what if we
stupidly
can
big
we
Twix
can
bar.
fuse all of them together and make a giant Twix bar?
Yeah, you can weld them
could.
together. Yeah.
No, just melt
That
them
thing-
and then just
you
put
look
them in
like-
the fridge.
That looks like a good self defense tool. Also,
It does.
yeah, you leave it in the
know,
freezer and then crack someone
Yeah,
over the head.
someone chases you. It's like a dog. You know,
Yeah,
here's a
yeah.
candy, run away.
Well,
Here's a
I've
candy.
Or
run
you
away.
could do that too. That's also that.
I've actually used it already for some self-defense action. One, I was nearly assaulted by my cat the other day, and this came in handy. You know. That's horrible.
Real lifesaver.
I do not hit my cat with a giant Twix bar, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, let the record show.
Yeah, let the record show. I do not hit animals with giant candy bars.
Just small ones.
Just small ones.
Just small ones, like
Just that-
hamsters. and
would you
mice.
rather be hit with one really big candy bar or several tiny candy bars?
Several tiny ones for sure.
I would say
For
several tiny ones because maybe I could catch a couple in my mouth.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that, and there wouldn't be nearly as much force.
Sure.
Like, I mean,
it's like
you know, if you have a giant ass Butterfinger,
Oh,
depending on the
Oh,
girth of that thing, you know, it could
oh,
knock you
so
out.
girthy.
So, dude, I would love a girthy Butterfinger right now.
You know what is girthy? Those freaking like 2-pound gummy worms. Have you guys seen those?
just
No. I have not seen that.
2
That
pound
sounds
Just
gummy
like one of those
interesting,
gummy
though.
worms in your mouth.
There's a candy
some
shop
girthy worms.
mall close by my house that has those and they're like 2 pounds, and it's just a solid gummy worm. It's very
Wow.
intimidating to look
Yeah.
at.
So is it like
That should
mouth?
make you. Never mind.
Is it mouth sized? All right, could you just like blow
It's
this
mouth
gummy
size-
worm?
Okay.
You blow
I
the
mean, if you
gummy
have a
worm.
mouth for honeycombs, you might be able to
What?
fit your pie eater around that. I know mine's too small, so I can't do it.
Zeke, he's just like, what the fuck?
I just like Nolan the scientist just. Can you blow the gummy worm?
Dude, I want to know
I got some you can chew
Indeed.
on.
for research purposes, man.
Of course.
Asking
And then
for
there
a
was
friend.
France.
Yeah, I'm asking for a friend. Come on now. Don't your friends blow gummy worms?
Yeah. Is it a gummy worm or a gummy bear?
Oh,
I blow a gummy bear.
I've seen the gummy bears too. There's gigantic gummy bears as well.
Okay. We just all
That'd be
all
nice.
purposes. Can
Oh,
you
yeah.
can put the worm
All-purpose
on the
gummy
bear
bears.
and then you can laugh really hard.
whoa! Or attach it to the
Yeah,
bear.
you can melt those together and then refrigerate
Yeah.
them. That'd be
Yeah, you
good
can do a
stuff.
little windmill action.
Yeah, you could totally helicopter, gummy worm
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helicopter. I would say talk about a hell of a sword fight.
Right.
Dude, yeah, that would be great.
I
You know,
mean,
we
that'd
should
be the
all have our
limpest
own.
sword fight, though. You know.
Yeah.
true.
You put it in the
Whipping each other.
freezer.
Maybe we should freeze
Just
the
whip
gummy
at
bear.
that point.
Yeah, maybe we should
Just-
freeze the gummy bear and the gum. Or I'm sorry, the gummy.
Put some
worm
popsicle
only.
sticks around.
Or you
hold
put
up.
it
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
put it in some like crown. You know, just let it get a little
Oh,
hard. Bottom of
yeah,
a cold
yeah.
drink.
Yeah,
There we go.
Sure.
Now we're making moves.
yeah,
gummy
sure.
dicks.
man.
It's funny.
All right.
Would that be the movie name?
Gummy dicks.
Possibly.
Gummy gears.
Ooh.
Gummy gears.
I don't know how to transition from gummy.
You know what else has gears?
Okay.
A car.
Cars.
And you know what I did in August of this year?
Thought you were gonna say 7th grade.
Didn't you make a trip somewhere?
Yes, I was in Vegas, and this story is relevant now because the person who's allegedly I was in the trunk of this person's car is coming tomorrow. So,
After
let me give you the rundown. There was like a bunch of us. It was just like this huge friend gathering. We haven't seen each other in a while, COVID, so we didn't do anything last year. So we'll like split off into groups and people like do whatever. So there's the one night there was 7 of us going to Korean barbecue. And my friend is like, he has a Corolla. He's like, I can fit 5. We're like, cool. Now if you look at me, pretty skinny. Pretty tiny. So I'm like, me and the other guy, we can fit in the trunk. So, allegedly, it's only like 10 minutes away. We're not in the strip or anything, so it's just chill. Just climb on into the trunk, just go for a little ride, do some karaoke. So after about 15 minutes, we're like, hey, this place is 10 minutes away. This dude's actually taking us out to the desert to whack us.
Accidental kidnapping.
It turns out he just missed a turn. But we got there. And then the thing that was funny was when we were leaving to come back, he's like, hey, does someone else want to drive? We're like, why? He's like, kinda got trunk FOMO. Allegedly. He wanted someone else to drive because he wanted to ride in the trunk of the car. And that is the great trunk adventure.
So what did it feel like riding
Yeah.
around in a trunk? Was it pretty bumpy?
Did you feel every bump?
Yeah, it's you definitely you feel everything, and you also have to come to terms with the fact that if you get into a fender bender, you're just literally dead. And after about minute 5, you're definitely like, air would be pretty cool right now. But we did have some nice water bottles to keep us cool.
What was funny is Zeke was keeping everybody informed on his trunk adventures because he was snapping from the trunk.
I did post Snapchat stories.
All
of
it
us
was
singing
just
and stuff.
it
Yeah,
was
it's like
dark and you can hear his voice.
yeah, I remember I'm like air's at an all-time low, but morale is at an all-time high. Yeah, it was fun.
Here in some guy's trunk.
Yeah, it was like
Day
it was-
365.
Yeah, allegedly in the trunk, but it was like it was one of those things where until it happened, I'm like, that was a great experience. That was on my bucket list, and I didn't even know it. So I recommend to everyone, maybe not, but maybe
Do it at least once. Kind
yeah,
of thing.
just it was pretty fun, especially if they have a Corolla, because Corolla's got lots of trunk space.
I mean, I've done the whole
I'm Camry.
ride in the back of a bed of a pickup.
That's fun.
That is fun.
That's the
a lot of
classic.
fun. Yeah.
We
That
do
you
that
get
in
a
the
lot of
Midwest.
air.
Yeah, you have plenty of air with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, too much.
Almost
air.
Fresh
too
air.
much.
Yeah,
One,
too much.
yeah, almost too much. You might even say that you'd enjoy the trunk of the car better in some circumstances.
Yeah.
You know? Like sleeping.
Oh,
Sleeping
yeah,
is
I
nice.
was definitely ready to nap.
Yeah. I mean, you wake up later because you're out of oxygen, but you know, at least you slept. So. Yeah, I see Anthony's just like.
I was just like, I don't know how they fit again.
Anthony's just like
I was-
Anthony's like, how do I fit in the trunk of the car?
how could I? You give me.
Anthony can lift the car, but
It's possible.
Yeah, deadlift the car, man. You're like
Okay,
Ryan,
okay.
Ryan Shaw this shit.
I wouldn't get that far into it. But it'd be a lot of face. Just
I'll help you out, dude.
just imagine your daughter is stuck under the car.
I
Oh, it's
And he
coming
gets
up for
superhuman
sure.
strength.
I
Going
deadlift
right
all
up.
the time, bro. You know what I deadlift? My own weight. That's it. I can probably deadlift like 4 pounds,
Same.
but it's 4 pounds less that you have to carry. So
It's true.
Yeah.
This is true.
And we would definitely be like, I can see us like moving something. Or like moving a couch, and it's like Anthony is on one side and Brian's on the other side, and then me and Nolan are on the sides, like pretending to help, but we just have our hands there.
They're spotting us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys about something.
Yes.
Mhm.
All
Do
right.
tell.
It is called dihexa.
Yes, I saw this. I thought it was a
Yes.
D's nuts joke for sure.
No, but I definitely see the potential there. I think. I don't know. I got to think about that one. But
What is it?
dihexa is a drug or peptide, depending on the article you read, that was developed by Washington State University. Yeah. And
So this is a totally legal substance, right?
it,
Mhm.
it actually is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We don't need to say allegedly this
not
entire
illegal
time
or
now.
anything.
No allegedly is
So,
required.
Don't worry,
Is
guys.
this-
It was
is this
developed by
new?
college.
So this is not necessarily new, but it's new in the sense that people are catching on to it.
Okay.
And people, I believe you can actually go to I don't think the university, but someplace in Washington State, and you can actually go there, and they charge you $400 for a month of dihexa therapy. And what they usually do is they just put it in a lotion, and then have you rub the lotion on you.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Yeah. They basically just rub you down. No, but they basically just give you
$400
the,
rub down. All right.
Yeah,
Put the
essentially,
lotion
yeah.
in the basket.
So, and you do this every day for a month, and apparently it does a lot of good things for you. Um,
Yeah, what does it do?
Zeke is just like waiting for a moment. So have you guys ever gone for a run? No.
No.
Yes.
I was
All
just
the
talking
time.
about arcade games for 30 minutes. Do you really think I'm running?
Have you guys have you guys heard of Runner's High? Have you guys heard of it?
Yes.
Runner's
Yes.
High? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, it's basically you go for a run about 0.7 miles to a mile is when I start feeling it, and I do not run, by the way, but I used to.
Me too.
And that essentially gives you runner's high to where your brain is like, oh shit, we're running. So now we have to learn our surroundings because we're running away from something. At least that's how I was told and why that starts happening. And it releases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Basically, that's just going to be brain fertilizer. So new neurons everywhere, memory is better, processing speed is better, all that. And dihexa is apparently 7 times more effective than BDNF. 7. This many.
Count it. 7.
So it's 7 times more effective at spawning new neurons and extending the dendrites in your brain that actually connect to the neurons and so on and so forth. But anyways, without getting too sciencey, it's apparently something that people are really looking into for reversing Alzheimer's.
Hmm.
And if you were interested in getting your hands on any of that stuff for cognitive
Or
enhancement,
flippers.
or that
Or-
you would have to either find a very interesting website or a totally legal website. Okay. And
Totally
then
legal.
you would need
Always.
Totally
to
legal website for a totally legal substance.
yes
Mhm.
exactly, or you go someplace in Washington, I think, and get a lotion rub down, basically. But this stuff is actually really cool because if you do get it, you actually don't have to dose it more than once a week. It actually stays in your system for a very, very long time. But the half-life is a week, so it's halfway gone after 7 days.
Dang.
Over a
Huh.
week, actually. So it's not like a pill you have to
Like,
continue.
how much does this cost?
$400.
So it's always $400.
Well,
Per
as
rub
far as I
down?
know. No. That's for like the entire 30 days that you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how many rub downs you get in 30 days? Because now, because
Can
now
we-
it sounds like you get more than one.
Can we worth
Which
this
could be
differently?
a bargain.
You
I
get
thought it
30.
was
They
30
basically
rub
for
downs.
$400?
Damn.
What?
that's
Yeah,
that's making me tired thinking about that.
How long are these rub downs?
No. Well, so you only take a little bit of the lotion at a time, and you're not being rubbed down by another person.
Oh,
Ah,
you
boo.
have to rub yourself.
shucks.
I know.
I'm
It's
paying
very disappointing.
$400 to rub myself. What is this crap? I do that at home for free.
Think
Come
about
on,
it, right? Yeah.
And you
So,
also release
think
all
about
kinds
it.
of stuff in your brain when you do it
Yes.
at home for free
That's
too.
true. That's true. Yeah.
trigger them endorphins.
Yeah. Well, and so if you think about it, it's really just a $400 bottle of lotion.
Literally a scam.
So yeah, it could be, but apparently it's very, very, very good.
It's a
for
scam until they
reversing
sponsor
Alzheimer's.
us.
Where's the stats?
Yeah,
I need the
yeah.
All
stats.
jokes
scam until
aside,
they
though,
sponsor
if
us, yeah.
You
if there's
snake salesman,
anything
Snake oil
that
salesman,
can
snake salesman.
further Alzheimer research, like I do
Yeah, that's
support
actually
it
really
because I have had someone in my life that had that, and it's awful. It's the worst thing ever.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you
So-
walk in there and they're scared of you because they're like, "Who is this stranger in my room? You need
Right.
to leave."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine that's really bad. I've actually
Mhm.
imagined that as like I'd rather. This is super dark, but like I'd rather them die. Like like
Yeah.
it sucks,
Mhm.
but
Because they
Um,
get so far gone that
right.
they're not even the same person at that point.
Yeah. But hey, dihexa, maybe it'll maybe not fix it. We'll see, I guess.
But anything that
very
can help.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So,
That's awesome.
anyways,
Nolan is our cool stuff guy. We got Dihexa, we got the wasp.
Yeah, learning all kinds of stuff that I had
Right.
no idea about.
He is really our science man.
absolutely.
Told you.
Glad to be the science guy. You know what? Actually, check it out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What I got for
he's-
Christmas. All right.
A lab coat. Watch. It's a lab coat. 100%.
Lab coat, rubber gloves,
Let's see.
goggles.
He just comes back with another giant Twix bar.
No, this time it's a Butterfinger.
A Bunsen burner.
A Bunsen burner.
That was definitely not it.
Look at that.
You can hear
Jeez.
us.
Look at
Jeez.
that nice fancy racing chair right there.
A God of
He-
War.
He could race around the galaxy in that thing.
First, we got myself a lab coat.
Oh my
Told
God,
you.
Anthony was
Oh,
right.
what did I say? What did
All
I
right,
say?
Anthony called it. He
Here
is.
we go.
Uh,
Oh,
all right.
You should just wear that every
Dr.
time
Nolan
now.
is in
That's
the
your
house.
bit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
every
I
time.
should just wear this.
what we're
for
gonna have.
every podcast.
I think
from
so.
now on.
Or just put it on
Yeah,
when
what-
you're about ready to talk about cool science
Yeah,
stuff.
just
Right,
There you go.
slowly puts it
Yeah.
on and then-
Put the coat
Nolan's
on,
cool
dim the lights
science
more.
segment. Yeah. That'll be pretty good. I can
Be
make
sick.
I can make the light like a blue or something. Like a. That doesn't work.
Ooh.
Well, maybe it does.
It
It's
works.
very
It's great.
It's very sciencey. I can see it.
Yeah, it's sciencey. I'm in a lab. I have vials of stuff. What's in here? I don't know. Chemicals.
What's
Science.
What's in the jar?
H2O.
Yeah, what's in the jar?
Send your guesses to Twitter.
Post it in the comments down below.
Post your guess in the comments down below.
And hit that bell. Sorry guys, I blacked out for a minute. I don't know. So many people do that stuff that I roll my eyes anymore, but I know it's part of the game. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
like,
back on
Yeah,
topic.
Zero shame.
subscribe.
Subscribe. If you're watching this, you're not subscribed. Fuck you. Subscribe.
Yeah, fuck you, subscribe.
There we
That's
go.
Yeah,
gonna be our
nerd.
outro.
Prescribed by the doctor. PhD Nolan says subscribe.
Yes,
Oh, there we
PhD.
go.
Nolan, PhD.
Prescribe to the channel. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Nolan, MD.
Nolan, MD. Yes. Perfect.
Okay, I like to
perfect.
apologize
Yeah.
for saying fuck you, subscribe, but really subscribe. Come on, man.
What you need to do
Don't break my heart.
is you need to unsubscribe and then resubscribe every time a new episode comes out.
I
And, subscribe
don't-
and unsubscribe a day or a week keeps the Nolan MD away. There
I
you go.
I don't know how that helps
Words
us,
to
but
live
you know,
by.
he's the
Yeah, how
doctor.
does
He
that
knows what
help,
he's
bro?
talking about. He has a lab
No,
coat. I don't have a lab
wait,
coat.
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah.
You don't question scientists. I get it.
Yeah,
I get
fuck
it.
you. I have the authority here because I'm in a white lab coat, okay? Whatever I say just goes. Like, take these pills and you'll feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
I promise these pills will help.
I promise, man. I promise.
And those pills could be full of subscriptions for the Bants on YouTube.com.
Exactly. See, very nice transition. That was incredible. See, he's next in line to be an MD. All right. So, I mean, he is Walter White after.
He is
Yeah.
Walter White. That's true. Yeah, we have all kinds of we got all kinds of professionals.
Yeah, professionals.
Okay,
That's what I call myself.
so Brian ended up down a rabbit hole. Well, before, did anyone have anything else about dihexa? Oh, we should say it's spelled Dihexa. If you want to.
Correct.
Okay.
Also important, I guess.
Only thing I have to say about it is there are sources.
Near and
Can
dear
you
to you.
not?
As
Oh
you
my
lean
God.
into the
Oh,
mic.
No.
He's going to the pharmacy.
Oh no, are we
Is-
gonna get a are
Oh,
we gonna
God, he's
watch a
going to the
live
pharmacy.
rub down?
Whoa.
I
Demonetization.
unfortunately do not.
He's got some
I do
lotion.
not have the lotion, but I do have.
It
Science.
literally says science.
It literally says science.
It says science and dihex on it. That's how I know it's legit.
That looks like a Vicks rub kind of.
if someone gave me a
Right,
jar
right,
that
yeah.
said science on it, I would trust whatever they said to me.
100%.
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. So
If you're like,
Uh,
this is a suppository, I'd be like, Roger that, sir, and it'd be right up
has-
in there immediately.
it
Their
has
slogan's
blue
like,
stuff
"We
on
are
it.
science."
We're science.
Yeah, we are science.
Science.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's actually a company that is being shut down. Well, not being
Science?
shut
The
down.
company of science?
Yeah, the company science.bio is it's shutting down though, so it really doesn't matter if I say it or not because it's about to go bye bye. So
Goodbye, science.
Did you buy the whole stock
I bought
inventory up?
3. It was $160,
What the?
$170.
I mean, I guess that's better than $400 for many.
Yeah.
And
many
if you use
self-rub-downs.
use
exactly.
discount code DeBance,
Well, and that's
We
yeah.
can save you a couple bucks on your order.
Well, so that's the thing. Like, I have 3 of these, and they were half off. They were originally $120, which is still a bargain if you consider how much you're supposed to be taking it. One of these things is gonna last me 50,
years.
not 50 weeks. 50 weeks. So nearly a year. Because you take it once a week, and there's
He's
500
scientific
milligrams.
and frugal. Look at him.
Got to do the arithmetic, you know. Does anybody else have something they want to do? Because like my bladder is about to explode.
okay. I can
Well, yeah,
speed
what
run.
minute are we on?
I can
kinda?
speed run this topic. We're at like an hour 10. All right, so Brian went down a rabbit hole. I'm also entering a rabbit hole.
Okay.
I found this game, which is
Can I
currently
enter
on
the rabbit
sale.
hole that is the toilet?
Yeah, go for it. So,
Be right back.
this game. Oh god, he turned off his webcam. It's gonna fuck up the overlay. So,
Well,
Now
fine,
I'm-
man. Fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
We
Leave
can
leave that
sit
camera
with
on,
his
Doctor.
glorious gaming chair again.
Doctor Kidney
Oh, my
sucks.
gaming chair.
Doctor Terrible Kidney.
All right.
Oh, there it goes. It's racing.
It's racing. It's doing its job. All right, so this game is currently on sale on Steam until January 3rd or 5th or something. It's sometime in 2022.
Is it part of the winter sale?
I think it is part of the winter sale.
Yes, winter sale ends on the 5th.
All right, there we go. Solved. So, this game is called Surlim Ultimate. Now, what it is, take an RPG. Now take Pokemon. Okay, so there's over 1,200 monsters that you can summon and shit. You can also fuse these monsters. Now take that and combine it with Diablo, where you get gear. So all the monsters have like traits and stuff. So let's say, for example, this monster has it does more damage based on how much health it has. And then let's say there's a monster that's like it just gains an extra 500 health. So if you fuse those two monsters together, they both have that trait, and you make a sick party. So you have a
Did he
six
fall?
a six
Did he
man.
fly in?
So
That's what it looked like.
that was a sick twirl maneuver. So you have a
Thank you.
Full of science there.
six man team, and then you also have a character you create. And what the character just basically provides passives. So like the character I'm playing right now is just the Unga Bunga character. It just provides a bunch of attack. And this game is a deep dark rabbit hole because I can see the addiction. So if you're looking for a game to just kill time, and it's also going to come to mobile and Switch and stuff soon, Surlim Ultimate, very cool, very unique. Also, the soundtrack goes super hard for no reason.
Okay.
What's
So
Sounds
since
pretty fun.
since there is so many monsters, does it have that kind of like mobile game predatoriness to it, or is it actually a video game?
So it's literally just so you start the game, you have your like starter monster based on like what
Mhm.
class you start as, and then you just play the game. When you kill a monster, like when you kill a monster, it goes to your summon thing, so you can go back to the town and summon it.
Oh,
There's
that's
no like
cool.
microtransactions or anything.
What is
Yeah,
this
that's what I
called?
was asking.
And it's called Surlim Ultimate. SIRALIM space.
I think we're
Ultimate.
heading into a brave new world where people are getting so upset with the state of Pokemon these days that they're going to start making their
It's-
own, and I'm very excited to see this.
The monster designs and stuff are really cool, and the fusing and stuff. Like I just got to the part of the game where I unlocked fusing. I haven't gotten to play it that much
Oh
yet. But
yeah, man. Wait, you said this is a mobile game?
it's going to be on mobile. Right now, it's just on PC, but
Okay.
it's going to release on everything.
The art here is definitely turning me on. So
Yeah, and the soundtrack, like
You can
the
You would never
soundtrack,
know by looking at his face.
like the soundtrack
Yeah.
goes super hard. Like it's
look
very.
at my face. This is my turned on face.
It's just his default face. He's perpetually turned on.
Just completely straight face.
But yeah, it's basically Pokemon plus Diablo. Tons of customization, like tons of like you can
Well,
just
especially
explore
with
all
the fusing.
yeah, like you can explore all kinds of combinations. Then there's also like a third trait slot you can get somehow. I don't know where you get that from yet. And then you have like the equipment and stuff, and then you can enhance the equipment to have like all these other substats. And then there's also spell gems that you can put on characters because it's like like a traditional RPG where it's like you have attack, cast spell, etc. And
Does
then
it have
I see that.
multiplayer, or is it single player?
There is no multiplayer; it's just single player.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah.
awesome.
Provoke.
That's why it's a-
macro, inspect, skip turn. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh.
And
All right.
yeah, and then there's also like different. So then there's like Pokemon has types. There's like classes basically. So there's like the chaos, the sorceries, the natures and stuff, and then they all have their own like spells they can learn. So like let's say you have like this monster where you're like, this monster has this trait that would be really cool if I could get this spell on it, but I can't because it's not part of that school. But if you fuse it with something that's part of that school, then whatever the secondary monster is the type that it becomes. So you can get it. It seems like it's definitely a game where it's like you can just go theory craft wild and just come up with insane party combinations and stuff. Because even I'm super early in the game and I'm already seeing like, dang, like there's gonna be way too much. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be in the abyss. And that's why I see it. And it's
It does sound cool.
every single review I see is positive.
I'm on the Steam page right now. It's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
Are the reviews, and the game's only been out December 3rd, so it's less than a month, and it has 1,200 characters in it. That's crazy. I wonder how much
Yeah.
time.
Well,
how long
there's
it's
apparently
been in development
been
for.
3 other there's been 3 of these games before. That's why I'm like I've somehow never heard of these until like one of my friends was playing it. And then I saw it, I'm like, this looks amazing. How have I not seen this before? And
What's
yeah,
it
it's
called
just
again?
Surlim Ultimate.
Surlim Ultimate. Okay.
I can drop the
SIRALIM.
name in Discord if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Surrealum.
And
Surrealum.
it's really cool.
Surrealum Ultimate.
That does look cool. I'm considering getting
That's
that.
a hell of a price for that too.
I gotta say this. It's not a topic, but I gotta say, Back for Blood is on sale for $35.99, and that is very, very sad. Very, very
Well, I
sad.
mean, if you like, they're trying to give away what Cyberpunk. No one wants it, so
Oh, really? How much is
That
Cyberpunk?
was
I mean, I feel like I've seen them for like dirt cheap. Like every once in a
Oh,
while,
it's
it's like
$30 right
25
now,
bucks
wow.
or something.
yeah, that was
So you
that
can-
was quite the catastrophe.
So you can actually pick what your monster looks like?
It's well, that's so like when you fuse, you can pick like it basically shows you get like to pick a color palette and then like a different.
Oh, I wish Pokemon had that.
Like I said, it's really cool, and then like the character classes
Fusing-
and stuff because you can also freely switch. Like when you pick your class at the start, you're stuck with it for a while, but at a certain
Yeah.
point, you can change it to whatever you want. So it's like, so I'm excited to like try other things because I picked
It's-
basically the one I picked is I'm like this seems like the one that's the easiest to start the game with because it's just everything does more damage.
Oh,
Dude,
so
the
this is
very
the,
first.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say because I just went to the developers page on Steam. This is the 4th iteration of the game.
Yeah, that's why I'm like that. There was 3 before,
Yeah.
and it's just I've never heard
Dude.
of any of the games until this one.
This is nutty because I'm looking at the initial frame of the video that they advertise on Steam, and it's choose from over 1,200 different creatures, like Anthony said, and then at the very bottom, their third bullet point here is
Mhm.
none of these are reskins or recolors, which is
Yeah.
what I would assume going into this. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's just a black version or a red version or a blue
Mhm.
version, you know, which
Yeah.
is bullshit. I mean, unless that actually serves some sort of a purpose, right? But none of these are reskins or recolors. That sounds really crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's what I'm like.
Beautiful pixel art too.
Yeah, the art is
This is
amazing. The music is
Yeah.
amazing.
Here, I think I found a really good short, sweet review on Steam.
All right,
I
Well,
paid
we'll close it
money.
out with this.
Okay, I paid money, and all I received was hundreds of hours of content.
Yep, that's
see
the
that.
one I saw that one too. That's
Yeah.
that one's hilarious. It's like yeah, because it is literally like the like perfect in this day and age. Like yeah,
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
this
the
guy-
reviews are
that guy-
glowing.
Yeah, that guy played 644 hours, and
yeah.
this
So-
is fucking. Wait, when did this come out? December 3rd.
Third,
Hold
I
on
think
a
it's been
minute.
it's been in
Hold on,
early
hold on,
access.
hold on.
It's been in early access before then.
Oh, okay.
it looks
that-
like
okay.
it could be.
Yeah,
That makes sense because it says he posted that review with 627 hours at review time, and he posted it on December 3rd. So unless
Yeah.
December 3rd had 600 hours in it,
he really figured out how to maximize his time.
yeah.
Yeah, because my buddy has
Holy
like
crap.
he has like 400 something hours, and he's still like I'm barely scratching the surface of the game. Because it's like you just
Now,
keep
is
going
there-
deeper and deeper and deeper into the towers and stuff, and just upgrading. And
Okay, so you're going through a tower.
well, it's like so it calls it like realms, and it's basically like there's depths to the realm, and you just want to keep going as far as you can. Basically, that seems to be the replay value of the game.
That is really impressive.
So then you keep
Yeah,
like
that's-
he'll hit like a wall, like he'll hit a wall and then he'll like start trying like new combinations to experiment with and stuff to
New
progress.
monsters.
And yeah, and it's like you keep there's always something new to learn is basically what it seems like.
Well, I will definitely be checking this out because I love me some Pokemon, and if I could play a fun new iteration of Pokemon, I will gladly play it.
I'm gonna check this out. Okay, so I got a little more information. They entered early access March 12th,
Yeah.
so that's going out.
Ah, okay.
It's still 600 hours in 9 months. That's pretty damn good.
And
Anthony, you remember me streaming Left 4 Dead 2 every single day. I only have 400 hours on the game.
yeah.
So
That's
this
why
guy
I'm
playing
like
600.
you can definitely like I said, it's definitely a game where it's like your time will disappear.
Right. So that's
It definitely grabs you.
I could see myself getting into the fusing just to
Yeah,
see what I
that-
could get.
Exactly. That's what it's like. You can go crazy. Like the team combinations and stuff, and yeah, it's definitely
And they
This
look
sounds really fun.
cool too.
yeah,
like
everything
the
looks cool.
mon-
Like I
little
said, it was
bit.
also funny because I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like there's something
And
I
they
can.
follow you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
they're,
that's-
oh yeah,
I
they're in
love
the
that.
they're in the overworld and they actually follow
Yeah.
you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
for $15, this sounds like a fucking steal.
And then
Yeah, it does.
yeah, because I was like, oh cool, I'll like play this and I'll like have music on while I'm like I'll just listen to music, but I'm like the soundtrack just is amazing. So I'm just listening to the game sounds and everything, and it's great.
You know, that is really impressive because that means they technically had to make 2 character models
Yeah,
for each monster, an overworld and then actually in battles. That's
Oh,
very
yeah.
impressive.
yeah, it's amazing.
Hmm.
And I will also say I recommend playing with a controller because there's like no mouse support basically. So
Mm.
it's just like it's
Really?
all
Okay,
like
fine.
it's all like keyboard and just menu and hitting the arrows and stuff.
Well, I'm a controller Chad anyway, so
yeah,
that
and
wouldn't
it's
be a
definitely
problem.
it's definitely a game where I'm just back here just big chilling, just enjoying.
It sounds like you can get lost in that.
I might even get this for my Switch because I feel like this would be a really good
Yeah,
Switch
that's what
game.
he said. It's gonna come out. I remember. I think it's gonna come out on mobile first, and then it will come out on consoles. But yeah, like Switch, it's ideal for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or the
again,
Steam Deck whenever that comes out.
I know we're trying to wrap up here, so again, this isn't really a topic, but I do want to ask: have you guys ever? So you play a game on PC, and then you've actually gone back and played it on a console. Have you guys ever done that before?
Yes.
I've
Okay.
done it the
Other
other
way around.
How
Other
Yeah.
way around.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I've
I've
done
done it the
both.
other way around, and I stayed on PC. But if you have gone from PC to a console, like I went and played my my dad's Xbox at his house recently, and I wanted to die because it was so like I love the controller. Controller wasn't the problem, but it was the input lag.
Yeah.
The input lag was so bad. Having a 144 hertz monitor with the not VSync, but you know the adaptable frame rate shit, is just I took it for granted. Apparently, I loved it when I got it, and now I've just kind of forgotten about the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that it's so amazing. Going back to console, I would never do it.
Like
The input lag is so
I
bad.
tried playing Rocket League at a friend's house on his PS4 after playing only on PC, and it's like it feels literally unplayable.
Yeah,
It was
feels
just clunky.
horrible.
Yeah, like it feels like you're just underwater all the time.
Yeah, or drunk,
Yeah.
or
For-
and not without the fun part.
Is
Yeah.
console still 30 FPS, or they finally made their way to 60
Most like PS5
and trying to
stuff
get to
is,
120?
Yeah, PS5
Yeah.
and stuff is pushing it now.
With certain games they get to 120.
I think
But
consoles
again,
though
it
are
wasn't-
locked at 60. At least PS5 and Series X.
I think they are too. I think with
Mhm.
yeah, they're with the newer. I don't know, something they're trying to do with 120. I heard, but it wasn't even the frame rate. Like I could actually do the 60 FPS thing. But the input lag was just
Yeah, 60
I'd
FPS I'm
rather
usually
play at
fine
30
with.
FPS.
I think that's what newer technology like TVs. I think that's what ruins like when you go back to an old console.
Yeah.
It was fun because it feels unplayable or just feels clunky. You gotta pull out that TV that was that's 20 years old along with the console to
Yeah.
make it feel like to get the best experience again.
That's true.
As someone who adores their retro gaming, oh for sure, there's some of them that you just have to play on a CRT.
Yeah.
They-
Like if you're gonna play
the-
Smash, you gotta
Don't-
lug that CRT around.
Unless
Right,
you
no.
play on my totally legal Super Nintendo, then
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
ways
I want-
around that.
I want to get information on that totally legal Super Nintendo. We'll talk
Okay.
afterward.
Yeah, we're at an hour. We're at an hour and a half.
Aren't there pro players that play on a CRTV?
That's all. On
Yes,
Smash.
there-
Smash is Melee is only on CRT.
They will
Okay.
not play on anything but CRTs and GameCubes, and then they smell really bad.
Ew.
And on that note,
Heyo!
And on that note, this has been the Bants episode 4 New Year's Eve special. Let's quickly get everyone's New Year's goals. Anthony, we'll start with you.
just do more shit, bro. We've had many adventures at the ending of the year. I want to keep the adventure train rolling and just do more things in 2022.
Yep, I'm in the same. That's all I got. Survive to 2022, and we'll see you guys next year at episode 55 or 56, whatever it'll be at this time.
Whatever
Wow.
episode
Wow.
number we're
Not
at.
even gonna go. Not even gonna go through Brian's or mine.
Yeah, what about Brian and Nolan?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just took second. They can go now.
Go for it.
Okay.
Nolan?
All right. My goal for 2022 is to by 2023 be able to do a one-arm pull-up on both arms.
All right, I like this. We can track this.
Ooh.
I think so, yeah. You can get some daily tracking on that.
All right,
Yeah. I think it's
Brian.
Brian.
My goal would be to keep going and create content and finally stop that endless loop that I have been in. I'm slowly
I feel
getting
that.
there. I'm getting
I feel
there.
that 100%. Hey, you know what? After you guys are done with your business trips or whatever you're doing, we can
that's what
we can start making other content and stuff.
Look forward to February where we actually can start posting gaming nights and stuff.
Fabulous February with content for you at home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
We'll be able to do a lot more with the podcast. We'll be able to do a lot more with the content editing, everything. The
So, yeah.
whole production value is going to go up.
So yeah,
Alright.
podcast resolution is we'll give you guys more content, and then
Better.
I can also sit these guys down and show them terrible movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take us home, Tim.
Yeah. So, wrapping up 2021. Been a hell of a year. And now we have this podcast. We look forward to seeing you guys at episode 55, where we talk about the year 2023 and our plans to film an episode in Rome.
Hmm,
I like that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I've never
News
been
to
out
me,
of the
but I like
country, so
Yeah,
Exactly.
me too.
We're gonna have,
I've only been like 5 states, bro.
we got
Oh,
big
wait,
goals.
look, I
We're
haven't
just
been
gonna
to
jump in, go to
Mexico.
Rome. I like
We
it.
have
I
big
haven't been to
goals.
Mexico when I was like, 2, so there's that.
We're gonna have a safe new year. If you're listening to this after the new year, welcome to 2022. This beautiful voice will be accompanying you all year. And we'll see you all year with tons of content. Subscribe. Thank you for watching as always. Take care. The Bants out.
Bye.
Good night.
Check out the deuces for 2021.